Dear students, welcome to Amar Ghore Amar School program. I am Syed Firoz Alam. Today, I will discuss a lesson from English for Today book. It is Unit 3, Lesson 4. I hope that after this lesson, we will be able to ask and answer questions, talk about familiar events, read and understand texts, write answer to questions, write short compositions. I have also given you short compositions. It was about your experience of first day at school. Now I will show you a paragraph about it. It is just an idea, as it is about an experience. It may match with me or your experience may differ from me. Let us see the paragraph. The experience of my first day at school. My first day at school is one of the most memorable events in my life. It was Sunday in January 2006. With many unknown fears, I was accompanied by my mother to school. When we reached there, I realized that I was in an unfamiliar world. She left me at the school gate. However, our class teacher's kind and friendly words comforted us. Soon, I joined the assembly. The head teacher delivered a short speech welcoming us. Then we were back in the classroom. Then our class teacher told us about various things. After some time, the first bell went. Then new teachers came in each of the following periods. They were very friendly too. After the tiffin period, we received our English teacher. She told us a number of stories. To me, her class was the most entertaining. At last, the final bell went. Then I and my mother came back home. The sweet memories of the day will remain alive in my heart until the last day of my life. So, this is the paragraph. Now, let us start our lesson today. Our lesson's title is A Sad Day for Farabi. Here, you can see some keywords. Ruffled. You can see the Bangla meaning as well as some synonym here. Ruffled means crumpled or loose. Then insist, it means enforce or persist. Bending, it means lean or bow. Painful, it means bitter or wearied. Now, let us start the text. In the text, you can see a picture there. In this picture, Flora and Farabi are talking with each other. And we can see that Farabi is sad here. Now, discuss and answer the questions. Number 1, what will you do if your parents do not want you to go on a picnic with your friends? The answer may be like that. You will try to convince your parents, or if they don't permit you, then you may be upset. 2, what will you do if you miss the picnic bus? You will arrange alternative vehicles, or you may not go there. Read about what happened to Farabi yesterday and answer the following questions. Farabi was sitting, bending his head down. In this picture, we can see that Farabi is sitting and he is bending his head down. He looked sad. He is looking sad. His hair was untidy, ruffled. And in this picture, you can see that his hair is untidy and ruffled. It was clear that he did not brush it at all. And it is clear that he did not brush it at all. What happened, Farabi? Are you okay? Asked Flora. Flora asked Farabi what happened to him. And she also asked if he was okay. I'm so shocked, Flora. I don't want to talk, said Farabi. Farabi said that he is very shocked and he doesn't want to talk. But you have to. Any pain or sorrow is like a load in the mind. If you tell or share it with your parents or friends, it will be lighter. On the other hand, if you don't share it, the load will become heavier and more painful. So, please tell me what's wrong, Flora insisted. Flora told Farabi that he had to speak. Any pain or sorrow is like a load in the mind. If he shares with his parents or friends, it will be lighter. But if he doesn't share it with his friends or parents, it will become heavier and more painful. And also, Flora requested him to tell her what's wrong with him. Farabi looked at Flora and said, one of my friends, Harun, is our school football team leader. Yesterday, he just dropped my name from the coming inter-class football tournament. I wanted to know why, but he didn't even talk to me about it. After that, Farabi looked to Flora and said that one of his friends was Harun, and he was the football team leader. In the previous day, Harun just dropped his name from the upcoming inter-class football tournament. Farabi wanted to know the reason, but Harun did not even speak to him about it. So, dear students, this is all about this passage. In this passage, you can see that Flora and Farabi are sitting in a room. They are talking to each other. Farabi is bending his head down as he is sad. Flora asked him what happened to him, and she also wanted to know the reason. But Farabi is so sad that he doesn't want to speak. But Flora said that any pain or sorrow is like a load. If he doesn't share with his friends or parents, it will become heavier. But if he shares it with his friends or parents, it will become lighter. She also requested her to tell her what happened with him. Then Farabi said that one of his friends is Harun, and he is the team leader of football team. Yesterday, he just dropped his name from the upcoming inter-class football tournament. Farabi wanted to know the reason why he had dropped him, but Harun did not want to speak with him about it. That's why Farabi was very shocked. Now, let us practice some exercise from this lesson. There you can see MCQ, multiple choice questions. Number 1, which is the correct statement? Farabi was standing up, looking down, looking happy. The answer will be Farabi was looking down. As he was sad, he was looking down. Number 2, why was Farabi bending his head down? Because he was unhappy. It was his habit. He had a headache. Farabi was bending his head down because he was unhappy. So, the answer will be A. He was unhappy. Number 3, his hair was ruffled. Hair, ruffled means brushed and tidy, clear and smooth, not brushed or combed. So dear learners, can you guess which will be the answer? Yes, the answer will be not brushed or combed. So here ruffled means not brushed or combed. Number 4, Farabi did not want to talk to Flora because something sad happened to him. He stopped talking to his friend. He was unwell and sick. Can you guess the answer? Yes, the answer will be Farabi did not want to talk to Flora because something sad happened to him. Number 5, please tell me what's wrong, Flora insisted. Here, insisted means scolded, demanded, or shouted. At the beginning of the lesson, we have learned about the meaning of the word insisted. Here, we learned persist. But in this question, the answer will be number B, demanded. So, here insisted means demanded. Number 6, your pain in the mind will be dash if you talk about it with your friend. Heavy, less heavy, more heavy. So, whenever you are sad or you are shocked, if you talk about it with your friends, it will be less heavy. That means it will become lighter. Number 7, which is the correct statement? A, Farabi was going to play in the inter-class football tournament. Number B, Farabi and Harun were not going to play in the inter-class football tournament. Number C, Farabi and Harun used to play in the inter-class football tournament. So, can you guess the answer? Let us see which is the correct statement. Farabi and Harun used to play in the inter-class football tournament. So, here you can choose C or you can choose any other answer. So, the answer will be C. Farabi and Harun used to play in the inter-class football tournament. So, dear students, I hope you have understood the questions that I discussed here. Once again, for your better understanding, I will recap the whole passage. Dear students, the title of the passage was A Sad Day for Farabi. In this passage, we saw that Farabi and Flora were talking in a room. Farabi was bending his head down, and Flora was trying to console him. Farabi was bending his head down, and Flora asked him what happened to him, and she also wanted to know the reason. Farabi did not want to talk, but Flora said that he had to speak. Any sorrow or pain is like a load in our mind. If we share the sorrow or pain with our friends or with our parents, it becomes lighter. It becomes less heavy. But if we don't share our sorrow or our pain with our friends or with our parents, it becomes more heavier. And it becomes heavier and heavier. So whenever you are sad, you should share it with your parents or with your friends, with your near or dear ones. Then Farabi said that Harun was one of his friends and he was the team leader of their football team. They used to play in the football team together, but for some unknown reason, Harun dropped his name from the upcoming inter-class football tournament. For this reason, Farabi became very sad. He went to Harun and wanted to know the reason why he had dropped his name. But Harun did not even want to speak to him about it. That's why Farabi was very shocked. Actually, if someone very close to us hurt us, it hurt us really very bad. For this reason, in this passage, we can see that Farabi was very sad. And then we discussed about some model question, multiple choice questions here. Like that, you saw that Farabi was looking down, then Farabi was bending his head down because he was unhappy. His hair was ruffled. Ruffled means hair, ruffled means not brushed or combed. Farabi did not want to talk to Flora because something sad happened to him. Please tell me what's wrong. Flora insisted. Here insisted means demanded. Your pain in the mind will be dash if you talk about it with your friends. This was less heavy, which is the correct statement that was Farabi and Harun used to play in the football tournament. So dear students, this is all about this passage. So as usual, I will give you some homework for the next class. You must do the homework and show it to your subject teacher or class teacher when your school will open. Your homework is, you have to write about a sad event of your life in short. Okay, dear students, this is all for today. Thank you all and stay safe.